So I'm James Enelow, and this is the story of how me and some very good friends put together Cosplay Gallifrey. It started right here in Crowne Plaza Addison, and we were here for several years. I moved to Dallas in '99 after I'd finished my time doing my master's, and for about 9 years I was a silent nerd who didn't know much about fandoms. I knew what I liked, and I knew that some friends in about 2008 introduced me to some bootleg videos of Doctor Who. After watching bootleg videos of this show, which involved Christopher Eccleston, I didn't know very much about Doctor Who at all, and I fell in love with it. About 2006, I went to Wizard World, and it was in Arlington, and there were no cosplayers. I didn't know what a cosplayer was, but about 2009, I actually went and I saw that I went to a con without having ever dressed up, and then I saw people walking around the con dressed up, and so I ran home and I ransacked my closet and I put together a Doctor Who costume. It was a really bad one. I'm sure I'm going to show you some images of that. But after a bit, I decided to make a real one, a professional one. Okay. So this is the Crowne Plaza. As I was trying to say, that this is where I went to the first real, slightly intimate con. And I went there on a Saturday, and people were all in costumes, and I didn't have a costume, so I wanted a costume, and I went home, and I came back the next day in this put together Doctor Who costume. Well, on that day, I think I went home on the same day. It was on Saturday, and I came back on a Saturday, and I was dressed up in a very makeshift Doctor Who costume. But the neat thing about it was there was a bunch of Doctor Who cosplayers, and they were having the costume contest here at this Crowne Plaza. I and a couple of other cosplayers entered the contest together as a Doctor Who group, and we took third place. It is really funny because we hadn't worked on much of our stuff anyway. But after that, me and four other people, we formed. I said, let's make it into a real group. Let's come back. This will be our anniversary day. And they said, a couple of them said, nah, I don't know. And I said, I'll do all the work. And I started with roughly 5 people, then a couple of others. And we used Facebook to make a Cosplay Gallifrey page. So I put it up, and we started doing stuff together. And it was great. I started working on my costume, and we started making plans to come back to Alcon. So we came back, and I wanted to come back in the year 2010, and I try to come back with one of every Doctor, and I missed it by one. We had everybody but the 6th Doctor, but we took a whole ton of photos outside. And they're some of my favorite photos, actually, because they were perfect. So we came up here, and I think in 2010 and in 2011, and we shot pictures with this. We shot pictures all around the hotel. We tried to cram as many of us inside this phone booth. We used to walk up the street there to the Londoner, and we'd have a doctor's dinner. And then people would just be really surprised with all the Doctor Who people dressed up and coming in. This is the only phone booth we had then. It's the wrong color! So in 2011, the group, as led by another cosplayer, we built our first TARDIS. It was out of plywood, and we put it right here, right there. Okay, we're outside the British Emporium. This is on Main Street in Grapevine, and apparently the British Emporium has been here for a while. I was just inside talking with Sheila, and she was telling me that she thinks it's about 2009 when she started the first Doctor Who Day. And the great thing about the British Emporium is they have always been supportive of Doctor Who stuff. As most of you know, it was probably till not about 2012 that they started really coming out with the Doctor Who merchandise. And the great thing about Cosplay Gallifrey was we were always part of Doctor Who Day as far as I can remember. We may have missed one, but we were always part of it. And many people who don't know much about Doctor Who every year can go to Doctor Who Day and learn quite a bit. And Cosplay Gallifrey has always been a part of that, always. Cosplay Gallifrey is 10 years old. It's the anniversary, 10-year anniversary. So I'm excited. I wanted to talk about what Cosplay Gallifrey means to me and all the things associated with it here in Dallas, Grapevine, the mid-cities at Fort Worth. But the thing about British Emporium that's so neat, it does have the interesting accoutrements and teas and toys and candies, specifically British candies, that specifically if you were going to cosplay the Fourth Doctor, you would need jelly babies. And so I used to come here to get jelly babies to give out when I was dressed as the Fourth Doctor. So they've renovated it since I was last here. I think they renovated it in 2012. Nicer design, but I think it was one of the last times that Alcon was here at this place, and I always loved it when it was here. So, the best news I've had all day while walking outside is that Alcon is coming back to the Crowne Plaza for the 10th anniversary. really for Alcon, but I guess you could say the 10th anniversary for Cosplay Gallifrey. And Cosplay Gallifrey means a lot to me. So, I hope that we will gather new people, and I can see us going bigger and bigger, regaining our footing and doing lots of great things. We have tons of props. We have done so many events. We've helped people, and that's all I ever wanted for it when I started it. That's all I ever wanted, and I hope that it does well, and I know it will do well. My best to Debbie Redfern, who was the greatest at making dresses and capes and costumes galore. I want to David Dunlap, who's going to be a great president and working with his beloved and with many other people, new people that have brought great blood to the organization, new blood. And April Robinson, we miss you. We miss anybody who was ever a part of it. I'm hoping only for the best. Thank you, Cosplay Gallifrey. Thing on here was here in 2009 when we started. He's always been here. He won't go away.